How to increase your tips by shaping your career for success. Shape your career for success with these 5 easy steps. Before you jump into the steps, you need to understand who your target audience is. For example, if your customer is a 60 to 70-year-old woman, you will dress and act different than if your customer is a 30-year-old biker chick. Floyd's Barbershop demonstrates how to focus on a market segment with their shops that are filled with TV monitors, playing the sports channel, and lockers in the shampoo area. They are able to charge more because guys like the atmosphere and attention they receive. You need to exercise some caution not to limit your audience with too low a percentage of the population base you have to work with. Be sure your service level, which I am going to address next, is higher than the price you charge. A great motto for any business is under-promise and over-deliver. I'm going to use the acronym SHAPE, that's S-H-A-P-E, to help you remember the 5 steps that will ignite your career as a successful hairstylist or barber. The S is for service. It seems we live in a day where customer service has become an oxymoron. The good news is it doesn't take a lot to excel above the competition. Service starts when your customer walks in the door. How will you treat your guest? Will you offer a drink or a snack? Do you have a comfortable reception area with reading material, music, or television to watch? Perhaps, depending on your target audience, you may want to have videos playing showing different hairstyles that may be of interest to your customer. Consider the level of service you want to provide. Will you be satisfied with a tattered book of hairstyles on the coffee table, or will you have videos playing on a big screen? It's my personal opinion that you should provide a shampoo to every customer before you begin the haircut. I had a stylist who gave me a scalp massage with the shampoo that was to die for. Some days I actually fell asleep during the process. Her challenge was she worked in a high-volume franchise salon. The owner fired her because she was taking too much time with each customer and fell behind in the number of haircuts they wanted every shift. My suggestion was to work in a more upscale salon or rent space at one of the local salon suites. But then, I'm an independent thinker and I believe in establishing your own business as the best way to maximize your time and efforts. After the shampoo bowl is the most important step in your entire process. Communicate with your customer. What do they want done? This is not about you and the type of haircut you want to do. It is about your customer and what they want. If the cut is wrong, you are not likely to receive a good tip. If it will not work for your customer when they get out of the shower the next morning, you will risk losing the customer for good. Ask questions and repeat the answer back to your customer to avoid any potential for a misunderstanding. Now, give a great haircut. Pardon the pun, but don't cut corners. Do the best you know how to do. I will address this in more detail later, but your conversation should be educational in content. Your customer, unless they are drinking buddies, do not want to hear about your troubled life, your mother-in-law, or your kids. Make the conversation about your customer. Focus on their needs and desires. If you have a product to sell, this is the time to do it. I will explain how a little later. The H in SHAPE is for hygiene. Remember, you are up close and personal with your customers. Do not assault their olfactory receptors. Body odors, excessive or pungent perfume, cigarette odors, garlic, or onion smells are potential culprits. Make sure your underarms are clean and freshly shaved. Some stylists use scissors with a swivel thumb mechanism just so they don't have to stick their armpit in their customer's face. As a side note, if you are an owner or manager, there is hope for the most difficult cases. I owned a group of salons at one time with managers and assistant managers in each shop. One of my salons had an employee whose body odor was so bad the manager was ready to terminate the offensive stylist. I suggested a heart-to-heart talk instead. The stylist responded positively to the talk, did a 180-degree turnaround in her personal hygiene, and later became one of my best managers. A is for appearance. Earlier I touched briefly on appearance depending on your target audience. Whatever style you choose, it should always be professional. Clean and well pressed is your guideline. Unless it is an emergency in the middle of the day, your shirt or blouse should not be held together with a safety pin. I know you work with color and other chemicals, but you should not have visual stains on your clothing or hands. Speaking of hands, your fingernails should be well groomed at all times. I get no warm, fuzzy feeling about a stylist cutting my hair with 3 different colors of fingernail polish flaking off of her nails. Nor a barber who has grease on his hands or under his nails as if he was out back working on changing tires for his wife's car. Now don't get carried away, but it has been reported that women with a flower or similar object in their hair receive higher tips. Modesty cannot be overlooked in any discussion about appearance. You do not want your salon to be confused with a house of disrepute. Again, the focus is on the customer, not on you. I've seen a few salons advertise stylists wearing lingerie. I have not seen any of them last for very long or become a national chain. The P in shape is for products. Now this is a big one. Selling products can significantly enhance your earning power if done properly. First, don't sell your products. By that I mean, do not be pushy or oversell with unsubstantiated claims. As an example, don't tell them a product will prevent split ends. It is true, well-moisturized hair resists split ends, but if you rub the hair when towel drying it too hard, you can break the ends of the hair. Split ends. If you cut hair with dull scissors, you break the end of the hair. Split ends. Part of your conversation with the customer can focus on the quality of shears you purchase and the frequency in which you have your scissors sharpened. I once heard a male stylist brag about how he could give a quality haircut with a child's paper scissors. Of course, there was no need to try to argue with the guy. However, quality shears that are sharpened to perfection enhance your ability to provide your customer with a quality haircut. I've heard rumors that Jennifer Lopez insists her stylists use a new pair of shears each time she gets her hair cut. Use the products you have for sale. While using the product on your customer, educate them on why you're using the product and what it will do for their hair or skin. Put it in your customer's hands while you're talking about it. Help them recognize the need for the product. Give your personal story. Before I started using X, my hair did X, but now you can see how good it looks. Tell about other customers who switched to your product and the amazing results they have had with your products. If applicable or available, give them a sample. I suggest you have the product at your station. When you give it to them during your conversation about all the benefits, do not take it back. The goal is they carry it with them to the checkout area. If it is not practical to have the product at your station, walk your customer to the display on the way to checkout. Use an assumed close. Put it in their hand. If they don't want it, they'll put it back down. You don't have to say things like, "Would you like to buy this?" Assume they do and make the sale. Most of the time what I hear in the salon is, "Do you need any product?" Well, what product? And why should I want something on your shelf that I know nothing about? Now the E in shape is for engagement. No, you're not going to marry your customer. You do, however, want to establish a lasting relationship. In the early days of the Fantastic Sam's franchise, the stylists were forbidden to tell the customers their personal names. They were to use fictitious names on their station, Snoopy, Happy, Smiley, or whatever. Sam did not want the customer to follow the stylist to another salon. It was a policy that simply did not work. 1, it hindered engagement with the customer. 2, it did not achieve the intended goal of retaining customers for the salon. The stylist always found a way to let customers know where they were going. A better solution for the salon, the stylist, and the customer is to grow and develop a lasting relationship built on quality service and true customer care. Part of engagement is recognizing your customers' special days. $5 or whatever amount you wish taken off on a birthday is a feel-good gesture. $15 for an anniversary goes a long way to assure your customers will stay with you. I'd like to address referrals for just a moment. Your engagement should be so thorough, your customers automatically tell their friends and relatives about how great you are. In my experience, an earned referral is so much better than a coerced name given reluctantly. If you want to increase your tips, focus on shaping your career for success. You can do it. If you would like more tips for career building, be sure to click on the subscribe button below. There is no cost or obligation. We just want to share success stories and practices with you. My name's W.L. Laney. I'm the inventor of the Diamond Rose Superior Sharpening System and founder of Musashi Shears and Sayuri Shears, both quality Japanese style shears. I trust you're having a wonderful day and will shape your career for success.